should be coming up soon, right? Everyone must be busy buying things to make their homes more festive now. I never thought she'd see you two together.
Nice to see you again, Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, we're not interrupting anything, are we?
Not at all. I wasn't in the middle of an interview or anything. I was just asking Miss Kuching.
A kite? Are you buying some regional special?
Well, yes. And
it seems you haven't heard yet. The theme of this year's Lantern Rite is...
Oh, so that's why Paimon has seen so many...
Liyue Harbor is always changing. So it is only fitting that the Qixing believes it would benefit Liyue to build on our own cultural foundation by embracing the technologies of other nations. After all, it is said that the stones of another mountain may serve to better polish one's own jade. So, Ningguang organized a private meeting with Miss Charlotte to ask for her help in In the end, we decided to combine Liyue's traditional art of kite making with Fontaine's mechanical vertical lifting device.
Mechanical lifting device? So, but don't kites just use the wind to fly? Why would you need to add something mechanical?
Well, you've actually just answered your own question. How high and far a kite can fly depends as much on the weather conditions as on the skill of the person holding the string.
But as soon as there's no wind, you can only flail about helplessly like a sweet flower medaka out of water.
Exactly. Liyue is now a nation ruled by humans after all. It's about time we had the power to make it. Plus, the easier we can make it to enjoy, the more people will want to participate.
Right? I also thought it was a novel idea. Plus, it should...
With Miss Charlotte's help, everything has gone smoothly. Our new mechanical kites are already available to purchase from a stall in the harbor. We also gave quite a bit of thought to the price. We didn't want...
Cool! Turns out you two and Ningguang like playing with...
toys? They're not exactly...
You see, Miss Kuching? That does seem to be everyone's first reaction.
Although kites are one of our most time-honored cultural relics, but to me, there's some... Think for a second about how remarkable it is that a flimsy paper kite attached to a string has the capacity to... There's an old poem that goes, "O kite born of paper, flying true and sound, a lone traveler wanders, just waiting to be found." In the past, poets from Liyue used kites to symbolize a feeling of longing, or evoke the peacefulness of idyllic rural scenery. If the people of today can derive enjoyment from this activity, they will not only be more likely to better...
That's the Kuching we know. Always think...
Well said, Miss Kuching. I've learned...
I also know quite a lot about the various folk traditions. For example, whenever a kite blew away, people would say it was the Adepti that summoned the wind to take it.
What about something more fun?
More fun. Let me think. My grandfather told me that back when he was a boy, first, you use the thin strips of bamboo to construct the frame. Then you look towards the sky and release. Some people write down certain names or desires on their kites. Cut the string.
Are certain designs associated with certain...
Well, for example, kites in the shape of a butterfly typically
Fascinating. What else can you tell me?
The scissor-tailed swallow is the most classic design. It symbolizes good fortune and joyful tidings.
Are these commonly understood meanings and symbols in Liyue? Kind of like...
I believe so. Most have probably heard something about... If you're interested, Miss Charlotte, I have several books on the topic that I could lend you.
That would be a huge help! Great! Looks like I've got the outline for quite the article on my hands.
Perfect! We're gonna take a look around.
Then I'll show Miss Charlotte to my... I almost forgot. The Ministry of Civil Affairs is hosting a kite flying contest on the... If you're interested, you're more than welcome. The rules are simple. Whoever flies their kite the highest and furthest...
I've already prepared more than enough empty film for the event. I can see this...
Oh, Paimon was on board the moment you said secret.
Then I'll look for...
You bet! See you then! Wait, Traveler? Take a peek to your right. Do you see those two people lurking? Is it just Paimon? Or were they staring at us the whole time we were talking to Kuching and Charlotte just now? They seem fishy. Huh, something's up. Do you think they could be treasure hoarders? They always seem to be stirring up trouble. Oh, Paimon's sick of waiting around for something bad to happen. We should strike first, you know. Foil their plans before... You go right, Paimon will go left.
Oh. It is with such an air of urgency that you appear...
Whoa, where did this fun... You should be the one doing the enlightening, buddy. Don't think we didn't notice you eavesdropping. One look and we...
One bears no secrets before two such as yourselves. You stand in the presence of the mighty and illuminated Adeptus, Mooncarver. For the purpose of this foray into the mortal realm, however, you may address one as Hojong.
You kidding? That deer's got his head stuck so far up in the clouds, there's no way he'd humble himself down here with the rest of us.
You may want to hold your tongue, Paimon.
Don't think that Paimon is gonna believe you just because you know her name. Let Paimon guess. You're supposed to be Mountain Shaper, right?
Indeed. Mooncarver and myself have descended upon the mortal realm for a visit. The two of you may call me Jiahu.
Huh. Looks like you did your research. But in our experience, the harder you try to lead us on, the more likely it is that we'll go straight to the Millilith and have you arrested.
Preposterous! Utterly preposterous!
Right. Tell us something that only an Adeptus would know.
During the last lantern rite, we gathered at Mount Hulao with Rex Lapis and made use of Cloud Retainer's supreme cuisine machine. The flavor of that soup was more than enough to whet one's appetite. As such, Cloud Retainer assented to my use of the device beyond that singular occasion, providing other recipes to boot. Since then, one has dabbled in the pleasures of the culinary arts whenever time allows.
Dabbled? Upon one's last sojourn to your mountain, did you not immediately attempt to hide the device behind a chunk of amber as soon as one's presence was...
Did one not speak up on your behalf but a moment ago? This is how you choose to repay that kindness?
One is simply trying to emphasize the veracity.
That does not mean you should reveal personal matters so readily. They might think one bears no difference from Cloud Retainer.
That might have been more detail than we needed. Seems like you two are the real deal, and Paimon sorry for... But, for beings as forgiving as yourselves, this is just water under the bridge, right?
You indeed have an agile mind. Cloud Retainer.
Paimon's still curious about something. Paimon can understand why Mountain Shaper is here, but why did you decide to come to the city, Mooncarver? It's not really your thing, is it?
It is but an inevitable eventuality. Long have the mountains remained strangely idle since Cloud Retainer's move to Liyue Harbor. With Lantern Rite near at hand, one would expect Cloud Retainer to provide us with an account of the
Cloud Retainer is hardly the forgetful sort.
One must never rest idle in the face of that which demands action. And since our acquaintances dwell in Liyue Harbor, we had to travel here in human form.
But a moment ago, one heard you speak of a mechanical kite of sorts.
So, you're not looking for Cloud Retainer?
Perhaps there are aspects of Cloud Retainer's temperament that remain opaque to young Paimon.
Cloud Retainer is of a proud and arrogant disposition. She holds the belief that her skill in
One surmises that she has shut herself away, refused all company, and buried herself in the study of her own creations. However, if you do happen to cross paths with her over the next few days...
Sure! Leave it to us! Have a safe trip back, enjoy the scenery, and happy Lantern Rite!
Thank you for your kind words. We shall now depart.
We got all worked up for nothing. Well, it's still pretty early. Paimon wants to see what kind...
Welcome! Are the two of you looking to buy a kite? Would you like me to go over the different designs?
Ooh! A scissor kill swallow! And a butterfly! And... Oh!
This jade chamber design is our newest. It's been...
Does it also have a unique meaning?
Of course. The jade chamber symbolizes wealth and abundance.
Oh, now that's Paimon's kind of kite!
I apologize for the interruption, but are all your wares...
Yes, they're just over there. The paper, bamboo...
Wonderful! I'll pack them up and get a guard to...
Yilong Wharf? Oh, wonder what that place is like during Lantern Rite. Paimon would love to go...
If the two of you are interested in going to Yilong Wharf, then could I trouble you to find Gaming and deliver these goods together?
Is Gaming the guard you just mentioned?
Well, yes. The communications office handles shipments and transports around Liyue. He works for the secure transport. The problem is, many of my colleagues have taken leave during Lantern Rite to spend time with their families. So, our available workforce has seen a dramatic decrease recently. If you were willing...
You do seem really pressed for time.
Of course. Hard work deserves... Now, at this time of day, Gaming should be somewhere...
Be sure to come back if you'd like to buy a kite.
I never knew kites gave me so many stars.
Wait, I thought we had an agreement. Loser buys dim sum tomorrow? Look at you, scowl like that for much longer. Hey now, don't be upset. How about this?
No way, Gaming. You're always the one picking up the tab. I'm not trying to be a sore loser. I just didn't expect you to come.
That was nothing. All in a day's work, friend.
Perfect, Gaming is here. Sorry to interrupt, Gaming. We just spoke to a guy from the communications...
Oh, that must have been Longzhou. Looks like I've got work. Gotta go.
Sure, go do your let's have a rematch when you...
Alrighty, you can hand the goods over to me. It must have been heavy hauling them all this way. Let me take them off your hands.
It wasn't that bad. It's just some kite-making materials.
Kite-making materials. I see. I'm glad it wasn't too much trouble, Paimon. Still, I owe you one. Ah, and you must be the traveler. It's nice to meet you. Thanks for your help.
Huh? You know us?
There probably aren't many in Liyue who don't. I've heard quite a bit about you. Oh, and please excuse Longzhou if he forgot to thank you. He's a good guy. He's just been super busy lately, running around from place to place. Don't be too hard on him, yeah? So, you here for Lantern Ride?
Yep. It's always so lively this time of year.
Perfect! We'll go. I'm good with directions, so just follow me. Trust me, I know my way around. We can exchange stories, tell jokes, or. Oh, and there are a couple of good places to eat along our route. We can stop. The ingredients are fresh, the portions are.
Order anything? Hey, did you really have to call Paimon out like that in front of our new friend?
Don't worry, I understand. I joke around like that with my friends too. It just shows how close you are. Do you need to pack anything?
Nope, our things are out.
Oh, that's right.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Careless. Careless.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's... Osman... Nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. Every journey Nothing to fear. Osmanthus whined.
Seems like stories here never have a happy ending.
The more data samples, the better.
Order guide you.
This! Moments of birth!
Rebuild!
Illusion shattered!
Bring refuge!
Burst forth!
Torn to oblivion! Shine down!
This is order.
Billowing surge! Allow me! Let's move out.
Witness my great undertaking! Burst forth!
Solidify.
Rebuild!
Illusion shattered!
Covenant of the Deep! Allow me!
will have order. Gather!
Live! Hold the line! There is no escape! Absurd!
Stabilize! Burst forth!
We cannot just rely on the ocean's self-cleaning ability.
Hey, isn't that Charlotte?
I see. So you believe that this warning letter was sent by the Phantom Weasel?
Absolutely, I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Phantom Weasel never acts as you expect. He must have faked his own death 10 years ago using a body double. Now that he's back, I'm sure the guards who worked on his case back in the day are in for a headache, but however this turns out in the end, the one thing it won't be is boring.
Couldn't agree more. As a journalist, I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of this one. Thank you, sir, for your time. Now, whom should I interview next? Huh? Hey! What a coincidence! Fancy meeting you here. Perfect timing. So, the Phantom Weasel's...
Yeah, this is the first time we're hearing of this one. Could you clue us in?
Huh? Oh, sorry. Yes, this case is from... Well, not to worry. You're in good hands because 10 or so years ago, a phantom thief became active in the court of Fontaine. Known only as the Weasel. Nobody knew his true identity, and the authorities never managed to catch him.
Wow, cool! He sounds like one of those mysterious night burglars that you read about in novels.
Precisely. Well, except the part where they actually have a good reputation. Our Weasel targeted whatever people held dear, and no one was safe from his predations. He would just as soon steal a necklace from a rich merchant's safe as he would a toy doll given to a commoner child for their birthday. I know. The phantom thieves you read about in novels rob the rich to pay the poor, but this guy did not discriminate. Unsurprisingly, this didn't work wonders for his public reputation. Every man and his dog wanted to...
Yeesh. So,
not exactly. There's a good chance that the Weasel would still be at large to this day if it hadn't been for an accident 10 years ago. A magician named Caesar fell to his death in a botched high-altitude escape performance. When the police went through his personal effects, they found a horde of stolen loot and gadgets used for criminal activities. And that was how the Phantom Weasel's identity was revealed to all. Sure enough, thefts in Fontaine went down after Caesar's death. But today, 10 years on, the notorious thief has once again issued one of his warning letters and pasted it on the gate of the Opera Epiclese for all to see. I had to squeeze through the crowd this morning to get a photo as soon as I heard. Here, it's this one.
So, this is the warning letter, huh? Let's see what he wrote. 3 days from now, when